I know we left from relationships.
Okay, back to relationships. This is something I have had bad experience with.
Tell me, girl.
An African man. And cleaning up the home.
That's it.
Why is it? They just look at you lifting that heavy couch. They just can't lift a finger. You cook. You clean. And most especially in America. You bringing in, even if you bring in 10% of that rent or utilities bill, whatever. But it's just the fact that togetherness. It does not even. It does not stop at the bills. It goes beyond the bills.
I have something to say to that.
Okay.
And
bring it on.
It's that whole topic. You know, we really don't, as men, we really don't have excuses for that. But what I would say is, I think it's a generational thing. This started from our forefathers back in Africa who were married to like 10, 15, 20 women at a time. They were like chiefs.
21st century boy.
No, but I'm saying it's a generational thing. It's a generational thing. Okay. And I mean, I'm not giving an excuse. I need to take care.
Are you a victim?
I'm not saying I'm a victim. All I'm saying is, you know, if you're in a relationship, you need to work with your partner, regardless of what it is. You have to work with your partner, whether it's financial or working on having a kid or working on marriage or working on things in the home. You have to work with your partner.
Work together, yeah.
Yeah, that's the bottom line. But for African men, I think it's a generational thing. It's been going on for so many years. Men back then sat down. They had so many wives. They were taken care of. They had so many kids. And then they had the kids saw the fathers in that position. So what you think is going to happen to that kid? He's going to feel like when he marries, his wife is supposed to, or his wives are supposed to do the same thing. And
that's another topic right there.
They need to just cut it out because it's more like bringing slavery back if you really look at it.
But
it's, you know, like for instance, in Africa, if a man is married to a woman, 9 times out of 10, you know he's not going to be the one who's going to be cooking.
No.
True.
We're not saying a man should take up the kitchen and house chores.
Until
household duties.
People, until most men who maybe were able to leave Africa and travel to the Western world and actually saw that, you know what, it's okay for men to cook. Yeah. Until they saw that, then it was like, you know what, it's probably okay for me to cook.
Chefs are even rich over here.
It's not a big deal, but to me, I just think it's a generational thing. And we have to break that cycle.
We do, but back home it's not an issue because yes, you see the man wake up, he goes to work, kids go to school, wife stay home and cook and clean up. Okay, that's fine. Well, we talking about over here. You get up, you go to work, she gets up and goes to work. You come home before her, she's still at work. Maybe she get up 2-3 hours before you. No, before.
Thank you.
Whatsoever. Now you at home.
The rice cooker is there.
The rice cooker is there. The rice is there. You don't have to go to the market to buy rice. Rice is already there. Stove there. Everything there. Just take the rice and put the thing in the pot and put some water and let it sit. You can even put what's the thing there? Beef stew, whatever on the stove and make something.
You know, African women they already have the soup prepared.
Yeah, the thing already in the stove. Just put the rice in there, cook, and just put the water in it. That's it. It's gonna cook itself.
It's just something that
simple things.
It's just something as simple as that we feel it's not even gonna taste as good as when you guys do.
That's a good way of getting out of here.
Whatever. It's not
just throw in there. When you get hungry, it's gonna taste good.
The food is not gonna taste good, so why waste your time?
Rice ain't no other way you can cook rice.
Exactly.
Ain't no other way you can clean up. For example, the dishes in the sink. She's going to work.
Dishwasher is there.
Dishwasher is there. Just simple. Throw that thing in the dishwasher and just sit and lay back and flip your channels if you feel like. But that's just too hard.
I mean, I'm guilty of that too
Are you?
at times,
Really?
but you know, that's
Okay,
life.
y'all listen up.
That's life, and you know, we all need to do what we can to work on our situations.
We're not attacking you. We just
No,
trying to
I
put that
understand.
point out there so our other African brothers
Can just cut it out and be a
Can
whole help
please
around the
be a
home.
help to us.
Okay, for
We all-
instance, think about this: like, if some African men in this country still don't want their women to work,
Okay,
That's
fine.
So
I'll
the
still woman
woman-
cooking clean if you want me to.
the woman stays home all day long. She's not doing anything but watching TV and sleeping.
That's another story.
You know, and
What if he loses his job?
No,
what does
but
that
the
have
thing
to
is,
do
what
with
he's
that?
trying to say
No, I'm
that
just saying, I don't think that's a good idea for a
It's
wife
not.
to be a stay-home mother.
it's
But anyway, I'm not hating on you sisters out there who are stay-at-home moms. I'm just saying, because things happen. Look at the recession. A lot of my friends I know, husbands, and so they've lost their, jobs. Then the wife not having experience in a particular field of work,
Right.
she have to go do minimum wage, and she just can't even meet up with the bills. You see? So even if you want your woman to stay at home, let her do something actively, even if it's part-time. Or even being at home and doing something. You just cannot just say, oh, babe, I got everything. We know you want to be a man up and take responsibility for your home, for
True.
your family.
That is true.
But you should also think about tomorrow.
exactly.
Because who expected for a recession to be in America?
I know.
Nobody. I never thought about it. The
Yeah.
word recession never even came across my mind. I didn't even know there was a word called recession.
yeah.
So you should also think about, these
Tomorrow,
things.
yeah.
Yes. Before you just up and say, babe, I need you to stay home. And I need you to be a stay-home daddy and stuff like that.
And they tell you, some of them say, okay, I want you to be a stay-at-home mom and this and that. And when you be, if you accept that and stay at home, they still have a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been working, I've been doing this. What do you expect me to do? And because they forget to know that all the pressure is on them because they're the only, they go out and work. But even if you're a stay-at-home mother, you still have things to do.
A whole lot.
You still have things to do, but they always put it in your face. You stay home, I go to work. You say so.
You need to
So
do this.
you need to do that. You need to do that. And then sometimes every little thing you need, you go to him, and then he has an attitude. Why you always want something, but you forgot?
Why you want to fix your hair to go where? Your
Right.
hair on your head is okay. You can just braid it down. Let's
Exactly.
go.
You forgot-
Looking tacky behind your man.
Yeah.
That is so not right. Because she's always going to come. A woman always has to look nice. So she wanted to go work, and you stop her.
You stop her.
So if she's coming stretching out her hand, you should be able to provide all of her
Exactly.
needs
Okay.
at once.
Well, what do y'all think about our African people not taking advantage of educational services in like Western
America.
countries? Not only America, but like England and other countries that really offer you to further your education. What do you think about our people who travel to these countries and they have an opportunity? And when I say opportunity, I'm not talking about no PhD. It could be something as simple as just going to cooking school.
Yeah.
But that means at least it's like you know how to do something else.
That's a good topic, but we would be missing this whole thing up. We talking about
We would have to, have a special episode
special for
just
education.
about education.
Seriously, we
Yeah.
just focus on because that would be real good topic. We have so much to say.
Yeah.
If we switch from relationship,
But
to education,
it's
good.
like the reason I brought that up. The reason I brought that up is because she just talked about, like, for instance, the woman could do something like a part time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's easier for the man to be like, okay, you know what? You already have some type of degree or certificate or something, so that's fine. Go ahead and do something part time. Because he knows she's not going to be earning minimum wage.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. She should have something under her belt doing it part-time actively.
Right.
If you're not active in the workforce in America, time for you to get a job, not being active for so many years, it's going to be hard.
Right.
No experience. Everywhere you go, no experience. So she has to do something
Something,
to keep her mind, fresh.
And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. That's okay, girl. You can go ahead.
You're
That's
right.
fine.
She has to do something, and then again, the thing is, while she's trying to do something, the man sometimes forgets to know that she have kids, no? And then to leave the kids on the mother alone because they feel that, oh, she stays home and she's not working a lot. And then they try to leave the pressure on you alone. You're responsible to find daycare. You're responsible to do this and that. And they forget to know that just taking care of one child alone is a whole lot. It's a full-time job. And some people forget to know that. So,
give it up to all mothers out there. Strong, hard-working moms. Single, married, great job.
So I guess the moral of this whole story is whether you're African, whether you're African American, whether you're white, and you have a loved one, work with your partner